Jai Shri Kusum Harnath. Pagal Harnath, Part 2, Letter 15. Addressed to Shri Jyotindranath Rai. Baba Jyotin. My heart's treasure Hari alone knows how glad I have been to read your loving and affectionate letter. There is no language to express that joy. Even if there be any, it's beyond human power. All of you are the sole objects of my worship and adoration. When I remember you all, I forget the world and feel as if I were in Brajamandal. And at each glance, I see the delightful sports of Leelamai Krishna and Premamai Radha. To tell you the truth, Baba, you all are my wealth, my leader, and my guide. There is no loss if a father whose sons are great bhaktas happen to be blind. Leading me by the hand and taking me in your arms, you will surely usher me into that longed for abode of happiness. Again, compared to you all, my beloved mothers are my principal helpers. Baba, is there anybody more fortunate than I am? Having you all with me, I am not afraid of vice and virtue. That I have so much power, respect and veneration is only because of you all, or else, a heretic as I am, none would have even uttered my name. Baba, have you now realized my actual position? You all are my lone support. Should you slight me in the least, I would fall into the abyss. So I say often, whatever you have taken shelter under, hold fast to that most secured asylum with great care and with all your heart. See that you do not miss your goal and put me in great danger. That asylum of yours is benign Hari's name. No foe can ever trouble you so long you reside in this invulnerable fort. He who resides in this fort lives ever happy and without any concern. For the strength and protection of this fort's residents, there is no need of engaging powerful guards, charioteers, and captains such as meditation, endurance, and abstinence. The reason being that the chakra of Chakradhari is very attentively guarding the four sides of the fort. That chakra, at the sight of which from a distance, violent and powerful enemies such as passion, anger, etc. seek refuge in flight without any direction. Therefore, Baba, never forget the name of Krishna, which is ever sweet for a devotee and harder than thunderbolt for a foe. While eating, sleeping, playing, dancing or singing, always remember his name and remind your own folks to do so. The bonded jiva gets liberation by depending on name. You will definitely get him whose name you take, there is no doubt about it. In yoga, penance, etc., there being vulnerability of slipping from the writer's path. The result is uncertain, but once you take shelter in name, there is no danger at all. Lord of Love Sri Gauranga is, in the eyes of the individuals, the highest incarnation as he has shown them this infallible path. There is a distinction of nationalities in other paths. How vast is the difference between the Hindus, Mohammedans, Christians and others in the path of yoga. While in the path of name, unity and equality reign everywhere. The Hindus, Mohammedans, Christians and others are all chanting the name of that all-merciful Lord in their own languages and in their respective national rosaries. Hence, I say, there is no other eternal, sacred and universally accepted path than this. Therefore, forget everything and remain immersed in the bliss of his name. Then you will be happy and keep all your own folks happy. Firm up your mind, have complete faith, you shall be free of worries for sure. Another superiority of name is that while practicing tapasya or austerities, many supernatural powers are attained that makes the jiva infatuated and oblivious of themselves. Thereby, they forget the life of their lives and become intoxicated with vanity. Name has no such risk. With the increase of power, evolution of more prema takes place and the jiva becomes humble and peaceful. Tapasya generates supernatural results, whereas name develops prema. This should explain the difference between the two. Do not discuss this with others. If you have to, do it with your own soul and with your soul mate. That would bring clarity to you. Its subtle movement is not perceived by all. So, if you talk of it with anybody and everybody, you would get sorrow for delight, anger in place of prema, doubt and disbelief instead of belief. And in a moment, you would lose the treasure you have earned after a long and hard struggle. So I say, until you attain enough strength, you need to traverse the narrow lane with all caution. Then there will be no fear. Like you rear a fingerling of a fish, after first nourishing it in some static water, if you release it in the ocean full of turbulent waters and wild animals, it will move there fearlessly and grow day by day. But if in the beginning itself you leave it into the sea, even small animals of the sea would swallow it up, and then there will be no chance of getting it back. So I say, you have to be a little alert and careful at first. When you notice others' miseries, pray silently to Lord Hari, the destroyer of all sorrows, but until you get strength, do not directly try to rescue the fallen. If you do that, you will not succeed, and the dividend in the process would be a fall that would hurt you. Pray for welfare of others from the core of your heart, and the Lord will certainly heed your prayer. Do not lose sight of the perennial bliss by involving yourself in the petty material joys and sorrows. Do not lose your eternal soulmate for the company of your just introduced colleagues at the workplace. That this earth is only a temporary workplace for me is something that you must remember always. Do not be sorry if other thoughts cross your mind while taking name. That entails no fault at all. But sit with earnestness of heart while commencing it. Once you embark upon taking name resolutely, no impurity of any kind can affect you. But do ensure that no impurity is upon you before starting. Make solicitude and her sister Yearning your constant companions. They are Lalita and Vishakha of my Vrindavan. They alone have the sole right to provide Krishna. Never forsake the company of these two. They alone would take you by the hand to show you the Yugal Milan in the bower. They alone would lead you by the hand and offer you as a new maid for the daily service of Radha Krishna. Like the potter wasp, it is they who would groom you in their own color. So I say, do not remain oblivious of them. Carefully feed them with such diet as would nourish them best. If you cannot ascertain for yourself the food that nourishes and keeps them well, learn from those with whom they reside. Do not keep them in scorching rays of sun, for they would then fade away. Ever keep them concealed under varied covers. Have you not marked how, being always under cover, the complexion of all other parts of the body remains fairer than that of hands and face? This is why the people of cold countries are fairer than those of the tropics. So I say, till the color matures, try to keep under cover. Bashfulness alone is a woman's wheel. Without it, her sweetness disappears. That is why I say, do not try to lift the wheel from their faces in front of just anybody. Those who cast lustful glances never allow even their shadow to touch them. Be always careful about it. Baba, I have not done any wrong in asking you to keep my mother with you. Shantipur or any other place should be same for you. Finding no difference, I said so. But the fact is that keeping the treasure of love at a distance helps it grow and become firm. But monotony in any matter is not desirable. An annual examination after a whole year's study is necessary. Then alone the measure of success or failure can be known. To remain uninfluenced while having the object of enjoyment near and available is the real renunciation. Renunciation in thought is incomplete and erroneous. Yours affectionately, Horror. Jai Shri Kushum Harnath.